Hello and welcome to Ethical Hacking and Penetration Testing for Beginners. Do you wonder why I am putting this hoodie? Cybersecurity ninjas always do like this. Okay, kidding. So internet is all around us. We have been using the facilities of internet since a long while, and as the internet came in, the cybersecurity threat also started to appear, and you can hear stories of cyber attacks day by day in newspapers and media. As the facilities, the easiness and the comfort of using internet based applications, even if it's a web application or a mobile application which is using a cloud based API, the chances of getting a cyber attack has also been increased. It has been increased to such a level that we cannot even predict what happens the next day, because hackers are always alert and vigilant, and they are looking for a loophole to get into an application and steal your information. Like the saying, a person know how to break a law can actually make a good law, because he know the vulnerabilities, he know the loopholes, and that person can build a good secure application, or he can get the developer to build a good application which is almost secure and which does not have the loopholes that has already been discovered. So being cybersecurity professionals or being cybersecurity enthusiasts, we will deal with the OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities. OWASP is actually a community-based project, that is Open Web Application Security project. Periodically they will be updating their list of vulnerabilities, and in this top 10 list of vulnerabilities we will be having a subset of other vulnerabilities which will be coming under this top 10 vulnerabilities. So we will cover almost 30 kind of vulnerabilities in this course, and these vulnerabilities are the common vulnerabilities that is currently in the cyber world. So once you get hold of these 30 vulnerabilities, you will be having enough confidence to test a web application or test a cloud-based application, an API-based application, a mobile application which is using a cloud-based API. And in every session I am giving you the meditations, the defensive mechanisms that we can follow to avoid that vulnerability that we discussed in that particular session. So you will be able to do penetration testing. In other times you will be able to do ethical hacking for that OWASP top 10 vulnerabilities, and also you will be able to suggest the defensive measures to the programmer or to the developer who is developing the web application. So let's have a quick overview of what are the topics that we are going to cover in this course. In the first session we will set up our lab. We will have a plan of our lab setup, and we will be installing tools and the softwares that we require to do the penetration testing. And in the coming sessions we will do the OWASP top 10 tests one by one. In OWASP injection category we will deal with SQL injection, JSON injection, and OS command injection. And the next session will be OWASP broken authentication and session management. And in that session we will deal with cookie manipulation, username enumeration, and brute force attack. And in cross-site scripting we have reflected HTML cross-site scripting, reflected JavaScript cross-site scripting, as well as stored cross-site scripting. And in OWASP insecure direct object access category we will deal with vulnerabilities like file tokens and URL tokens. And in the OWASP security misconfiguration category we will deal with threats like directory browsing, XML external entity, and user agent. And in OWASP sensitive data exposure category we will deal with comments, hidden pages, and web storage. And in the next category, missing function level access control, we will deal with vulnerabilities like role based access control vulnerability. And in cross site request category we will deal with JavaScript based cross site request and the tokens entropy which we use to prevent this cross site scripting. We will also deal with common vulnerability scoring system, how we can access the score of the programming language version as well as the libraries that we are using inside our application, and how we can apply the patch, how we can search for the patch for that particular vulnerability. We will deal with that in another session. And in the final session we will have the unvalidated redirects and URL forwards category. And in that category we will deal with unvalidated URLs and token based URLs. And at the end of every session we will have a small discussion of how we can prevent that vulnerability from happening to your cloud-based system. So we will not be attacking any public websites or publicly hosted applications, because that is an illegal thing to do. That's why we have a demo web server, which is our Muted web server, and we will try to attack into that web server using all these methods that we discussed. And please make sure you are using these techniques only for penetration testing as well as ethical hacking, and please do not use it for any other illegal purpose or any other unethical kind of things. So cybersecurity and penetration testing is a very lucrative career. This course is intended for cybersecurity beginners interested to come into the cybersecurity world, willing to fight against the illegal forces out there. We are the cybersecurity warriors, and also existing testers who are willing to go into the penetration testing domain. People who are interested in ethical hacking also can view this course. In this course, we will be concentrating mainly on how penetration testing can be done on web-based applications, and it can also be used for mobile-based applications because most of the mobile-based applications communicate with a cloud-based API. The security of this API is actually the security of the mobile application which is using this API. And by the end of this course, we will be providing you with a course completion certificate on demand, which you can include in your resume, and it will be giving very high value to your current profile. And I promise you are going to have a really thrilling experience doing penetration testing and ethical hacking. So see you soon in the classroom. Without wasting much time, let's start the course. Thank you.